know, for somebody who spends an awful lot of time complaining about when Hollywood fixes things that ain't broken, I think maybe I'm part of the problem? Hi y'all, SnarkyJay Cosplay here. I've been thinking about making this video for quite some time because this is actually something that I have been dealing with since I started doing anything on the internet years ago. So for those of you that don't know, I always introduce myself as SnarkyJay Cosplay because 9 years ago now I started on Instagram as a cosplayer. And I've always been very clear about the fact that I consider myself a nerd first and a cosplayer second. There's really no right or wrong way to cosplay, but the way that I've done it 99% of the time that I've done it has always just been because I was really into the character. And the whole reason for this video is that quite frequently the feeling that I get about I love this character so much I have to cosplay them has been about men. I don't really think I have to get super specific on this, but I am a pretty feminine person on a daily, but a lot of the characters that I identify with happen to be men. And so my very first cosplay ever was a man, and over the past 9 years I have continued to cosplay characters that are traditionally men. These cosplays have been met with mixed reactions, and we're gonna get into that in just a few minutes, but one of the things that I've been hearing a lot recently is that because I'm on YouTube and I so frequently complain about Hollywood changing things that don't need to be changed, like when I made a video talking about the fact that choosing a female Silver Surfer for the Fantastic Four as opposed to Nora and Rad was a foolish choice. A lot of people, when they hear a statement like that, are quick to pull out like the one comic that I'm already aware of and talked about in the video, but they didn't listen that far, they just wanted to rant. A lot of people will pull out, well, there's this one comic where so-and-so was replaced by a woman or was turned into a woman or whatever. But at the end of the day, when they choose to make something one way or another, it is a choice. Why they do it, God only knows. But it's a choice to take a traditionally male character, for instance, and turn them into a female. And so as somebody who has come out and spoken about that and talked about how cheap some gender bends are and have spoken about how representation shouldn't always just be chalked up to like sex, race, gender identity, what have you, a lot of people have come out and tried to claim hypocrisy because why would I complain about gender bends when I actively do it all the time? And see, the issue with that is that I'm not a Hollywood studio. I don't know how many people have listened to the word cosplay, but it literally comes from costume and play, which means that part of my job is really not all that much different from a child walking around in a Party City Halloween costume of Captain America, except I'm probably not gonna knock on your door and ask for candy. I mean, I won't because I'm 24 years old and it would be kind of weird if I just showed up in the middle of June asking for candy at your door. But I mean, if you have Sour Patch watermelons you want to share, call me. Anyway, the whole point of cosplay is just put on a costume and have a good time. And part of what I do with cosplay is I do a lot of crafting. I make a lot of my own stuff. So for me, 90% of the time that somebody has a cool uniform, they just happen to be a guy. So the point is that when I put on a costume, I'm not coming out and saying, yeah, so-and-so's actually a girl now, hi. I'm just saying like, I happen to really like this guy, so I'm dressing up as him. And I really didn't think it would be that big a problem because back in the day when I started cosplaying traditionally pretty masculine characters, nobody gave a shit about me or what I was doing. So I was like, all right, cool, we're all cool with this. And then as I got older and did more male characters, I realized that a lot of people are super impressed by this. So I don't know if any of you would remember this, but about a year or two ago, I built an entire Optimus Prime suit. It's probably my Sistine Chapel when it comes to cosplay. I'm super proud of it. And I had a video go quite viral, and people were so pissed. I got comments from folks literally infuriated that I was a girl cosplaying Optimus Prime, including one guy who said, it's the wrong you're, embarrassing yourself, stop it and take it off. I would argue that there are things way more embarrassing about me than the really cool Transformers cosplay that I made. And then this year I had some Wolverine stuff go viral, so I ended up having to modify a whole Wolverine cosplay because I've been a Wolverine fan for years. Now he's got the blue and yellow suit, so I said, hey, Mama wants to be Wolverine. I didn't want to be X-23, which I also cosplay. I wanted to be f***ing Wolverine. And that brought about comments like, Wolverine is a man. Give it up. Wolverine, a man, not a woman, so stop ruining male characters. That's one of those that always gets me thinking. Not the fact that this person didn't put an is, we're not even gonna address that, but the stop ruining male characters. We're gonna circle back to that. Let's keep going. But Wolverine is a guy. Yeah, I know. I've been into him since I was old enough to think straight. Why not X-23? Could do that. Or maybe Tinkerbell. What a good comparison. I could be Wolverine, or I could be f***ing Tinkerbell. What's up with chicks these days wanting to be a man and dudes wanting to be a woman? Okay, common misconception time. Believe it or not, I'm very comfortable being a woman. So when I dress up as a guy, it's way more just about I like the character. If all the cool ones are guys and we're supposed to love them anyway, which I do, then I'm gonna go ahead and cosplay him. It's fine. Then I made the mistake of pissing off the Snyder fanboys when I cosplayed Batfleck. Batfleck is a man though. I don't understand why everybody thinks that they have to explain to me that a character is a guy. Come here, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every man that I cosplay, I'm also attracted to. I don't need you to remind me that it's a guy, I get it. Down to one of my favorites, because I get complaints about these all the time. It's a Batman suit, bro. What's with the boobs? This is extremely cringe. I never thought I'd see the day where boobs were described as cringe. And then things kind of quieted down for a minute until about 2 weeks ago when I finished my cosplay of Clive Rosfield. He is the protagonist from Final Fantasy 16. And again, while I got lots of people celebrating me for how cute my cosplay of Clive was, I got somebody that needed to remind me, Clive is a man, not a woman. You're breaking canon for many people who respect Clive has a male icon. I'm pretty sure Clive has a male icon, but as a male icon, I'm sure is what he meant. I get people that say stuff like this: take a masculine character and make it extremely sexualized. Don't get bent out of shape when people make sexual jokes about it. I would like to point out that that was on my Optimus Prime cosplay, which of all the things I've ever done, I really wouldn't define as sexualized. And I would also like to point out that even though I cosplay Clive Rosfield, male icon of Final Fantasy 16, he has about as much cleavage on display in that cosplay as I do. See, I think people on the internet have forgotten that if you don't like when a female cosplayer dresses as a male character, you can just go find a man that does the exact same thing and you can, I don't know, drool about him instead. Even though I turned cosplay into part of my job, and I love that part of my job, I have a lot of fun with it, at the end of the day, cosplay is literally adults playing dress up. So when I cosplay a female version of Clive, female Wolverine, female Batman, female Spider-Man 2099, female Gladio, like any of these characters, I'm not telling Hollywood there's anything wrong with them. I'm just saying I love this character, I would like to embody them, and as a woman, this is what I can do. I've always personally tried to be as true to the character's design and just translated it over into like, I'm a female wearing these clothes. There's really nothing wrong with doing it the other way and making a sexy version of a character, but I personally have always just loved characters and tried to bring them to life. So no, it's not DEI, it's not woke, it's not ruining male characters. The guy still exists. If you want to go drool over Bruce Wayne and his tighty whities, be my guest, I'll probably join you. But by me cosplaying Bruce Wayne as Batman, I assure you I am not actively ruining anybody. I'm not breaking canon because I'm not in the game, I'm wearing a suit. And last time I checked, I've never personally walked up to a little kid dressed as Spider-Man wearing Skechers and gone, Spider-Man doesn't wear Skechers, head. So I mean, why actively yell at a woman who's dressed as Batman? Just leave me alone. I'm 24 years old, I still play dress up. Clearly I'm up in the head enough as it is. And that's all from me. I've been SnarkyJay. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. For more SnarkyJay, be sure to check me out on Instagram, and if you'd like to support me, this channel, and my content creation, do check out and consider subscribing to my Patreon for exclusive photo shoot sets and cosplay content. I'll add links to all of those in the description below, and let me know your thoughts on gender bending cosplays in the comments below.